Welcome to GFN Gaming, I'm Russ, and in today's game we delve into Shaefer's past in this bonus retrospective mission. It's slightly different as the teams won't be joining the true campaign, but today's mission shows Shaefer's early command when he and Sister Argenta first encountered a Patriarch on New Themis 4. As always, make sure you catch up with the previous episodes. We're on episode 7 now, so there's a bunch of content already out there. If you're enjoying the campaign, then please subscribe to the channel and maybe leave a comment with an idea for an episode. I'm always interested in your narrative ideas and missions. Special thanks again to Travis from the Brooklyn Strategist. In this mission, we'll once again be using his Patriarch rules and perhaps some other special rules he's written as well. Links to his group's Discord where you can find these rules will be in the description of this video, so sit back and enjoy episode 7, Ghosts of New Themis.
Victory for the cult. With the enemy commander in shackles, they have dealt a major blow to the Imperial forces in the system. As the cult brings Shaefer in front of their Patriarch, the forces of the Imperium scramble to regroup. Although the Ventress system has no shortage of capable leaders to fill the role, it is nonetheless a heavy loss. If Shaefer is turned, or his mind compromised, the knowledge he has could tip the balance in the cult's favor.
I can't believe it's happening again. Just like the last time. And worst of all, I'm dragging Argenta and her sisters through it all over again.
For the Emperor!
30 years ago, almost to the day, that damn cult near destroyed the entire garrison. In the end, it was just my scouts and what was left of Argenta's sisters. It's such a blur now. I can barely remember what happened. I remember the rain and the death.
The mission has one main objective, which is to incapacitate the enemy commander. Killing the enemy commander in turns 1 or 2 will grant the player 2 victory points and then 1 victory point for turns 3 or 4. In addition, if the commander is incapacitated by the enemy commander, then a further 2 victory points are up for grabs if it is done within 6 inches and 1 victory point for anything outside that range. The enemy commander for the Hivefleet will be the Patriarch, and the Imperium side, it will be Captain Shaefer. Also, both sides will have tac ops with which to get victory points during the game. New Themis 4. Early into Captain Shaefer's military career and already a mess. Already endemic at the time his tour started, cult forces had infiltrated every echelon of the Imperial garrison in the Themis system. As this cult sent wave after wave of its civilian army at the garrison, a Hivefleet descended into the system, and soon the waves of civilians became larger, more deadly Xenos creatures. At the height of its attacks, the deadly Patriarch, leader of the cult, leads an attack against the retreating forces of the Imperium. Brave in the presence of their Patriarch, a Gene Stealer stalks towards the Imperial lines, clinging to the shadows. Unable to target the Gene Stealers, a scout sniper moves from his vantage point to secure another firing lane across the kill zone. The Hivefleet moves next. 2 of its termagants cautiously move forward, sticking to the shadows but heading towards the signs of movement from the sniper. Sister Argenta shouts out an order and a battle sister moves to get clean line of sight down the kill zone, looking to alert them to coming Xenos. A Gene Stealer skulks forward, sticking to the shadows, grabbing some cover. The scouts move next, with this missile launcher moving behind the barricade. 2 termagants activate next, one heading towards the raised platform, the other heading straight into the middle of the kill zone, still behind cover. As the termagants advance, the movement catches Scout Sniper Felton's attention, dialing in his scope, and he takes aim and fires. A sniper round punches through the termagant, taking it out of action. Racing to take its place, another Gene Stealer activates and darts forward. Looking to claim some more of the kill zone, Scout Warrior Clemens readies his bolt gun and takes a forward position behind one of the barricades. Another of the Gene Stealers activates and silently pads forward. Not looking to move from his position, Scout Gunner Tenenbrow trains his missile launcher at the shadows ahead and passes. More movement up ahead as a Gene Stealer repositions silently. Looking to create a choke point at the gap up ahead, Scout Warrior Stevenson moves forward and readies his shotgun. The last of the termagants activates and it heads towards the raised platform. Moving up to provide close combat support to Scout Warrior Stevenson, Scout Warrior Bunsen moves forward, getting his combat knife ready. Shadows dart across the scout's vision as yet more Gene Stealers move, remaining in concealment. Second in command to Shaefer, Scout Warrior Reekson moves forward to better survey the kill zone. Another alien screech, and a Gene Stealer darts forward. Shaefer repositions, looking to better direct the missile launcher's fire when the time comes. The last of the Gene Stealers moves now, bounding over the terrain to join the charge. Not wanting to overcommit and lose their ranged advantage, Argenta, her Stormbolter sister, and the remaining Scout Sniper all pass, remaining where they are. With a bestial howl that threatens to cut through the Scout's resolve like a bolt shell through flesh, the Patriarch of New Themis moves. Darting forward to provide its pain-enduring presence to its Gene Stealers, the Patriarch reaches out with its immense mind. Flooding its mind with the power of the Immaterium, psychic tendrils and sparks shoot towards Scout Warrior Reekson, immolating his mind from the inside out. As it does, he collapses to the ground, kicking briefly as smoke pours from his eyes and mouth for a moment before he is still. With the Xenos forces of the New Themis cult pressing towards the Imperial lines and the Patriarch taking to the kill zone, Shaefer is running out of ground. These battles are playing out all over New Themis. Retreating forces are making their way to a nearby airfield to withdraw, but with the Patriarch so close, the Imperial forces look to take some measure of vengeance before they go. Ever the Predator, the Hivefleet makes the first move. With a synaptic pulse of command from the Patriarch, a Gene Stealer charges forward, crashing into Scout Warrior Stevenson before he can get a shot off with his shotgun. Rending claws making quick work of the Scout as he is incapacitated. Wounded from the combat with Scout Warrior Stevenson, Scout Warrior Bunsen now raises his bolt pistol and fires into the Gene Stealer. Bolter shells making quick work of the Xenos. Synaptic commands from the Patriarch shoot out towards the Termagants, and they both climb to the top of the raised platform, remaining concealed but Devourers ready for shooting next turn. Scout Warrior Clemens, ignoring the direct order for tactical retreat, charges forward. Resting his bolt gun on the pipes in front of him, he hammers back the trigger. Bolter shells explode on and around the Gene Stealer, atomizing chunks of flesh, but the Xenos still lives. Sounds of bolter fire alert nearby Gene Stealers to his location, and within the Patriarch's synaptic range, the Gene Stealers are driven into a killing frenzy. Moving into line of sight for the Scout Snipers, one trains his sights on the newly emerged Gene Stealer and fires. The shot cracks off chitin, unable to puncture through to the flesh beneath, and the Gene Stealer is unharmed. Heavily injured and remaining concealed, another of the Gene Stealers creeps forward. Battle Sister Lehman looks through her iron sights towards the Patriarch. Enraged, the bolter barks in her arms, firing out a deadly salvo towards the beast. A call from her commander brings her back to her senses, and she moves to provide cover for the retreating forces. Another Genestealer stalks forward, keeping away from the main conflict, trying to outflank the Imperial forces. Directed by Shaefer, the scout gunner targets one of the fresh Genestealers and fires a crack missile. Smoke rises as a superheated explosion creates mist from the rain, however the Genestealer still lives. Remaining in cover, another of the Genestealers darts forward towards the enemy lines. Sent into a frenzy due to the Patriarch, Shaefer barks out another order to the remaining scout gunner. Hefting his missile launcher with a suspensor system, he lumbers forward to get line of sight on the Patriarch. Taking aim, he fires out a crack missile. The explosion washes over the Patriarch, chunks of chitin are blown clean off, exposing sore, bloody flesh beneath. It's clear a lot of damage was dealt, but the monster is not done yet. As the Patriarch's cries fade, another Genestealer races forward towards its master's attacker. Battle Sister Haldus breaks from cover to target a Genestealer. Opening up with a Storm Bolter, the target is saturated in bolter fire, but it's not enough to take it out of action. Another Genestealer tears forward towards the enemy lines. As it does, the scout sniper on the other side of the kill zone repositions and fires. An advancing Genestealer is taken out of action with a precision shot. In response, both of the termagants break from cover to target the sniper. Racing forward, firing with their devourers, the scout is taken out of action. Seeing the far flank exposed with Xenos advancing, Sister Superior Argenta moves to intercept them. Unholstering her Inferno pistol as she moves, she fires into the advancing termagants, melting one to molten slag before drawing her power sword. Looking to support this now dwindling flank, this Genestealer moves towards Sister Argenta. With a myriad of targets now available to him, this scout sniper takes aim at the Genestealer and fires. A precise shot severs the head from the body, and the Genestealer is taken out of action. Firing now in Overwatch, black parasites fly towards Argenta, burrowing through her armor into her flesh. Moving to better command the kill zone, Shaefer repositions behind the barricade before the Patriarch acts. With a howl, the Patriarch bounds across the kill zone, rending claws ready to strike. At the end of its charge, it collides with the scout gunner. Monstrous rending claws carve through armor and bone alike, and the scout is felled. Turning to its next target, the monster sees Battle Sister Lehman, and its immense mind once again draws in the power of the Immaterium. Psychic energies crash around the Battle Sister, but through faith alone she perseveres. With their enemies pressing in, Captain Shaefer scrambles to regain control of the situation.
Sister Argenta, copy.
I'm a little busy, Captain Shaefer. Make it quick.
We need to withdraw. We can still make it to the airfield.
Withdraw? No, Captain. My sisters will not die cowards.
We have one objective here, Captain.
You and your men can flee. We will see it done.
Damn it, Argenta.
Targeting system offline. Redirecting power to sonar on heat booms. Last communication from command: designate new Themis 4 non-vitae. No friendly operatives remain. Executing emergency power surge. Tactical overlay. Extremis purgatorum.
Fucking hell. That thing's still alive.
Stand down, veteran. We are on your side.
Valid target.
Oh, Drock, no!
As the damaged dreadnought powers up, the Patriarch exerts its dominance over nearby mines. As it spreads psychic panic into those within proximity, it fills their minds with a blood-chilling dread. Spurred into action, the termagants on the raised platforms act. The first darts forward and fires at the scout gunner with missile launcher. A deadly torrent of devourer parasites swarm the gunner, burrowing into his brain, and he is taken out of action. The second termagant moves and targets the panic-stricken battle sister. Again, devourer parasites engulf the sister, burrowing into her brain, incapacitating her. With the Patriarch now out in the open, the scout snipers have perfect shots. The first opens up, precise shooting sending bolt shells into key muscle groups, blowing chunks of flesh away. Howls from the monster reveal the damage, but it still lives. A severely wounded Genestealer slams into Battle Sister Huldus. Rending claws rake across her armor, but she is able to fell the beast in combat. Holding up their right flank on her own, Sister Superior Argenta drives forward, power sword cleaving apart a termagant as she goes. Too injured to make combat, this Genestealer races forward towards the enemy commander. Determined to end the Patriarch here on New Themis, Battle Sister Huldus moves forward with her Stormbolter. Hammering back on the trigger, the Patriarch disappears under a cloud of micro-explosions. After the smoke clears though, the monster still lives. Momentarily distracted by the Stormbolter firing to her left, a Genestealer gets the drop on Sister Superior Argenta. Charging in with rending claws, Argenta is dragged down in combat and taken out of action. Almost rooted to the ground in fear, this scout warrior instinctively pulls back on the trigger of his bolt pistol. Bolt shells punch into the Patriarch, harmlessly rebounding off the remaining chitin. Putting pressure on the enemy commander but unable to make it into combat, another Genestealer tears towards Captain Shaefer. Looking to free up Shaefer, this scout sniper takes a short-range shot at an advancing Genestealer. The shot punches clean through the Genestealer's head, taking it out of action. However, as the unceasing wave of Xenos pour forward, another Genestealer quickly takes its place. Aiming his bolt pistol at the closest enemy, Shaefer fires. As its body crumples lifelessly in front of the barricade, Shaefer holsters his pistol and retreats, thumbing the switch on his chainsword, bringing the ancient weapon to life. Awakened from its near-fatal slumber, the dreadnought moves. Unable to separate friend from foe, it targets the nearest operative and charges. Raising its huge power fist, Battle Sister Huldus barely has time to react before she is crushed to death under the dreadnought's hammering feet and fists. The Patriarch finally acts. Spinning to face Scout Warrior Bunsen, the monster once again reaches out with its mind and attempts to fry the Scout from the inside out. Psychic energy crashes into the Scout, but somehow he survives. Undeterred, the monster then charges into the Scout Sniper. Able to reach him on his vantage point, the monster's rending claws rip through the Scout, taking him out of action. With the enemy commander cornered, the monstrous Patriarch lets out a psychic shriek. Deafened by the onslaught, both the Scout Sniper and Shaefer are damaged by the psychic assault. With no troops left to retreat with, and his mind still swimming from the psychic battering, Shaefer charges. Chainsword revving, mind racing with the litany of friends and comrades lost to this senseless war. In a whirlwind of strikes, Shaefer is able to cut down the injured Patriarch. Revenge, at last. As the Patriarch is defeated, a backlash of synaptic energy erupts, affecting the nearby Xenos. It takes both of the Termagants firing, but with their Devourers, they manage to take out the last Scout Sniper. No longer gripped by the Patriarch's psychic terror, Scout Warrior Bunsen darts forward, reloads his bolt pistol, and fires into the unsuspecting Genestealer, taking it out of action. Darting into the enemy's deployment zone, this Genestealer races towards Shaefer, just short of getting into combat. As the battle draws to a close, the Dreadnought once again moves. Running on its reserve power, it targets the nearest operative. This time, it's Shaefer. Disregarding the battlefield debris, the Dreadnought charges. As it does, it crashes into a fuel container. The explosion rings across the kill zone, engulfing both Shaefer and the Genestealer. As it continues its charge through the smoke, it comes to a halt. Its original target is incapacitated. Turning its bulk, it then targets the Genestealer. An underslung flamer bathes the Xenos in flames, but it's not enough to take it out of action. Coming to on the strike cruiser, his scout team decimated, it appeared Argenta had dragged Shaefer by herself to the airfield where they were evacuated. With weary effort, Shaefer pulls his mind back to the present.
Commander, welcome to New Thea. Well, here I am.
Shaefer, don't say anything. We've tuned into your local comms channel. We picked up your personal locator beacon a while back. We aren't far off now. We have some heavy support dropping into your location until we get to you. Shaefer, stay alive, you old fool.
What? What's so funny?
Oh, you'll see. But you'll not think it's funny. Thanks for watching the latest episode in the narrative campaign. Big shout out again to Travis from the Brooklyn Strategist, again for his Primarch and Dreadnought rules. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode coming out soon, Last Flight of the Angel's Wrath. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.